survival. No decisions final. Your mind will try to guide you. Where your heart will find you. When you feel that you're alone, you know I'm right beside you.
To the Milo Experience.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong. Yes, thank you so much for joining me once again, everybody, boys and girls, women and children, men and the elderly and beyond. Thank you so much. Yes, we're here again for another episode of the Milo Podcast, and I can't believe how far we've made it. Can you believe it? Can you believe how far that we have made it in this series of podcasts? It's not really a season, man. It's I guess it is a series, but it's not like the seasons or the series episodic. It's just one big amalgamation, one big ball of chaos rolling down the alleyway of life into those pins, bro. Got to knock them all down. We don't want no spares, man. We're talking about strikes, bro. And I'd like to take a strike, man. I think I'd like to take a strike, dude. You know what I mean? Like, just take a break from it all. Go on strike, you know what I mean? Just strike out, strike it lucky, strike it big, bro, you know what I mean? Have a big ass strike, dude. Doesn't everyone just want to take a break every now and then? I mean, you can't do it all the time. You can't always be just breaking up and like breaking into pieces or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean, bro? It's all about sometimes it's about coming together. But you can't always come together when you're feeling broken, when you feel like you need a break, man. Sometimes you just need to break it off, tear it off, snap it off, you know what I mean? Cut the cord, bruh. Wouldn't it be nice just to take a break every once in a while? Wouldn't that be good? I guess we just had a bit of a break over the weekend. It was a long one, man. You know what I'm saying? A long weekend. Not one of those short ones, not one of those short boys. It was a big boy weekend, man. And we got up to some big boy things, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about drinking beer, eating food, playing video games, smoking weed, all that good stuff, all that good stuff that's good for the soul, good for the spirit, it's good for the loins, it's good for the joints, limpers you up, keeps you from going sterile. Keeps you from going sterile, mate. But yeah, I mean, sometimes we just had a break. We just had a break. It was a break. It was a 3-day break. But it's not really enough, man. Not amongst all these days where we're not breaking, all these working days where we go to work and do things and get paid to do them, you know what I mean? Paid for services, paid for acts, paid for my actions that I do in the workplace. Wouldn't it be great to get paid for any action that I do, like walking down the street, pay. Pay by the footstep, or draw a picture, pay. Write a song, get paid. Eat a hamburger, got paid for that. You know what I mean? Breathe in air. It's gonna cost you $10, man. $10 for me breathing. You know what I mean? So you better up your supply of both money and airflow, cash flow and airflow, because I'm going to be breathing in and out and in and out as long as I'm getting all this cash and air for doing it, bruh. Hope you don't run out, because then I'll die of air, that is. You know what I mean? I won't run out I won't die if you run out of money, but I will probably stop breathing because you're not paying me to do it. So yeah, we just had a bit of a break. But yeah, I sometimes just want to break free. Like Queen said, you know what I mean? I want to break free. You know what I mean? I want to break free. God knows I want to break free. You know what I mean? I want to break free, bruh. Well, sometimes, it doesn't have to be free. If I could take a break and get paid for that, that'd be sick. As long as it's costing someone something, I want to break cost. Yeah, I want my break. I want a paid break. I want to go on annual leave, man, or like take some sick leave. I get paid for that too, man. I get paid to be sick. You know what I mean? Get paid to take a break if you take annual leave. That's one way to get paid and take a break. But we just had the long weekend. Some would say not long enough. You know what I mean? Not long enough. The old 3-day weekend. Sometimes, it flies by if you're having fun. Time flies when you're having fun, you know what I mean? And I had so much fun this weekend. I was relaxing and chillaxing and doing all the things. I was vegetating, but I was also active too, man. I left the house every day. I leave the house every day. I hate staying around the house on a weekday or on a weekend or whatever when you got like downtime. You got to leave the house, bro. You got to go outside and do some stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Just hit the brakes, bruh. Just pause everything for just a minute. take a breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just slow things down, man. Just calm it all down, right? Realign the chakras, bring down your thetan levels or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, we're too excited, man. We're too excited. You gotta become subdued. You gotta be calm. You gotta be at one with yourself. Peace, you know what I mean? Peace. Too much war these days, man. We've got to put a brake on it, bruh. Hit the brakes on war and hit the accelerator on peace. You know what I mean? World peace. Accelerate that bitch. So yeah, had a bit of a break over the weekend, but I wish I could take a longer break, you know what I mean? I wish I could take a extended lunch break or a cigarette break, you know what I mean? The only type of break that I don't really want to have, actually, I suppose there's a few breaks I want to have. It's mostly positive breaks. Positive breaks are the ones that I'm interested in, you know what I mean? But then there's other types of breaks as well. There's like taking a break from a relationship, you know what I mean? Having a break up, that's not a break that I would like to, it's not a very enjoyable break unless you're trapped in some type of toxic relationship with a barrel of radioactive waste that you found at the bottom of the ocean that was like stuck underneath Godzilla's toe or some shit. That's one toxic relationship, bruh. Pulled out the sewer, living down the sewer with the rats. Maybe you keep pet rats and pet alligators down in the sewage water where there's a lot of feces and excrement and urine and diseases and AIDS and blood. You know what I mean? That's a pretty toxic relationship. We can have a toxic relationship with ourselves as well. We can have low self-esteem, you know what I mean? A poor self-image or whatever. Hit the brakes on that shit, bro. Hit the brakes on it. It's time to refresh, recompile, reboot, and recompromise. It's all about the breaks, man. We got to take some breaks. How about the, have a Kit Kat, man. Take a break. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat, bruh. Kit Kats go pretty hard, man. I'm not gonna lie. I do like a good Kit Kat. I think they're a top tier chocolate bar. Love the taste of the chocolate and the wafer, and I think it's a good ratio of choco latte to biscuit de wafer. So yeah, Kit Kat is a good way to take a break. Maybe you can, when the recess little lunch bell goes off, you can run out of school and pull back a cigarette and snap open for a smoke break, and then snap open a Kit Kat as well and take an extended smoking Kit Kat break. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty nice. But it's not just about the breaks that we take. Sometimes you can push the brakes, man, in your car, in your vehicle, or you can pull the brake on a motorbike if you got the brakes are at the handles, you know what I mean? You got to pull that brake lever, and it really slows things down, puts things into context, you know what I mean? First you were going fast, like breakneck speeds, going down that hill with the things just whooshing by, making the Doppler effect as you go by, kind of thing, and fucking, all your vision is blurred from the wind that's burning your eyes, and you got tears coming down your face. Just hit the brakes, bro. It's not worth crying about. There's not worth crying about a little cycle ride in the sun. It's only a little bit of wind, man. You can always jump into the shade. Hit the brakes, dude. Hit that brake. But yeah, it's not always about the brakes that we push. It's not always about the brakes that we take. What about the brakes that we can hear? And I'm not talking about like air brakes in a semi truck or whatever, and they come tearing down the highway or passing through an outback town with a low population count where they're not supposed to use the air brakes, but they do anyway. You know what I mean? Like the big airy sound. That's the compression brakes, I guess. The airy brakes, air brakes, bruh. But yeah, I'm not talking about that. I mean, that's a brake you can hear. I'm not gonna deny it. That's a brake you can hear. But what about the amen brake? Not many people know about the amen brake, bruh. But a lot of people have heard it and they just didn't know it. That's the brake beat, the number one most coveted, highly sought after, most sampled loop of all time, the amen brake. And it sounds something like this. And then it got all sampled up by a bunch of turntablists and producers and stuff, and they speed it up into like drum and bass, and there's literally a genre of music called breaks, right? Breaks is a genre of music, but there's break beat, drum and bass, breaks, and it's like that stuff is like You know, that's breakbeat, man. That's breaks, dude. You know what I'm saying? Good stuff. The Amen break makes me feel real holy. When I'm listening to it, I get on my knees and pray to Jesus for that mad drum riffage, man. Those rudiments and that backbeat snare, that it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Really gets you moving, shaking and quaking and baking. It's got some nice rhythm to it, man. It's got a nice little pulse to it, a good little pocket. You know what I mean? I could listen to break beats all day or just on my own, man. I mean, just on my own with no other people around me, just isolated, listening to break beats in some kind of like self-enclosed, like bubble boy type of capsule that isolates me and segregates me from the rest of the world and like deprives me of any type of senses. I'd be totally happy as long as there was like a little speaker system in there. Or I bring my AirPods or whatever, and let me listen to some break beats for the entire time. I could probably take a break in there, take a break listening to breaks. I'd do that for like a whole week on end, just lying in a capsule, just going like listening and nodding my head to the you know what I mean? I'm nodding my head right now, just thinking about it, bro. I'm getting into the mood for a break. A break breaks, you know what I mean? A breaks break. That's what I'm doing, bro. So yeah, the Amen break, bro. I just like to take a break. I don't want the only type of break that I guess there's a couple of breaks that I don't want to have. Like I've already listed them. Another type of break I don't want to have is I don't want to break any bones. Sounds kind of painful. Got to say I haven't broken any bones yet. No broken bones. But I have broken spirits a lot of the time. Like I just be down in the dumps, wondering when a man's gonna catch a break. Get it? So that's what I want to do. I want to catch a break, dude. Wondering when a man is gonna catch a break, man. When can I get this break in? That's another thing I don't want to happen. I don't want to have to break in anywhere unless it's breaking into a bank full of $1 billion, and I'm not going to get caught. In that case, I would like a break-in, but I wouldn't like someone to break into my house, man. That would be like the opposite of cool. That'd be the opposite of me breaking into someone else's house. That'd be like as if I went to someone's house and I smashed in their window and broke in, except it's the reverse. Someone's coming into my house and they're smashing down my door or whatever, using a crowbar to get into my place without my permission, man. That's not I don't want to have that type of break. No broken legs, no broken hearts, broken spirits. I just don't. These are the types of break. Man, the more I stack it up, man, the more I think that there's actually more negative breaks out there that I don't want to have or be a part of. You know what I mean? Like I'm just spitballing, I'm freeballing, I'm just like, brainstorming, putting my brain into a storm, and I'm just thinking about the breaks now, and I'm thinking that there's probably more negative ones than there is positive ones, because really the only type of break that I want to have is like the ones where I get some downtime to chill out. Like a little spell. Let's take a spell, man. Let's just slow it down, simmer down, calm it down, you know what I mean? Recuperate, rejuvenize, reconfigure. That's what I'm talking about, those types of breaks. I want to break the circuit board. break the glass in case of emergency. I'm having a physical, spiritual, emotional breakdown right now. I'm having a nervous breakdown, and I need to smash the glass, break glass in case of emergency. This is my emergency right now. I'm emerging from the cocoon. I'm emerging from the business world. I'm emerging from the most world successful salesman tour of productivity, audits, reviews, business meetings, and I'm taking a break from that. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna sit and I'm gonna do some yoga type shit or some meditation, and I'm gonna think about all the things that I can correct. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to think about all my problems, but instead of trying to fix them in my mind, I'm just going to try to break them down, right, into their base fundamental core problems, right, core phenomena, you know what I mean? And I'm just going to file them away into my mental library. This is what meditation's all about. It's all about just being and seeing, but you don't act, you know what I mean? You just breathe. You see the problem, you breathe. You don't act. Sometimes you can't fix a problem, man. Sometimes you're dying of a terminal disease, or your loved one has been run over by 20 buses, or, you're trying to film a TikTok in front of a train and it accidentally smashes the phone out of your hand and breaks all the bones in your hand. Sometimes that happens, dude. Sometimes that happens, bruh. Sometimes they run a train on this bitch. You know, I've got a feeling that my car, I'm not even playing, bro. I've got a feeling that my car might break down at any moment, man. Because like when I'm driving and it's in low RPMs, my car be shaking and quaking and baking like a bakery, bro. Like a shake and bake muffin, a shake and bake chicken in a bag or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be doing that, but I can't take it to the mechanics because I got to go to work. Isn't that a catch-22? Imagine if I had a break from work, I could stop my car from breaking down. Instead, what's going to happen is I'm just going to keep driving to work because I can't take time from work. I can't take a break. And on the way there or the way home one day, my car will break down and I'll be stuck out in the M5 motorway with throwing my fist into the air, shaking it around, thinking, oh God, why didn't I repair my car? I wish I could have taken a break, right? That's what's going to happen. I'm just going to run this bitch into the ground. That's exactly what I'm doing with this podcast too, man. That's what I'm doing, bro. It's all about discipline. I can't take no breaks, man. Breaks is for pussies. Breaks are like training wheels, man. Breaks is for little kids, man. You know what I mean? We don't need no breaks, dude. We need to put a fucking Wile E. Coyote, Acme, Warner Brothers type rocket on the back end of my car or the back end of this podcast, and we need to rocket on forward, man. We need to drive this bitch into the floor, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not about the break times. I mean, I'd like to have one, but in reality, we just don't have time for a break. Isn't that crazy? Because like a break is just a moment of reflection, a moment of peace, a moment of calm. And it's no wonder that we don't have time for that in today's day and age with like so many wars. You've got like Africa versus Japan, and like the big obvious ones like China versus North Korea and Australia versus Tasmania, you know what I mean? Like the three biggest wars that are going on right now, and people just try and get to the bottom of these big like ammunition piles and dead bodies and burning rubble. They want to get to the bottom of it all, sort it all out, sift it through, roll it up onto like on a chopping block, knead it into the dough, and then segment it into equal pieces before they throw it into the oven to bake. It's just a matter of time until we get there, people. I'm holding out hope. I'm holding out hope that we all get that break that we want, you know what I mean? Christmas is coming, bruh. Christmas is coming. We all get a break around there. Some get a shorter break than others. Some people actually got to ramp up their efforts. Some people are more energetic. They got more tasks on their plate or whatever, you know? I say just grab that plate and break it, bruh. You got to break the plate. Break the plate. You got to break the plate. Break the plate. You know you gotta break that plate. That's what you do. I'm gonna break the plate. I'm coming through. If you hate all the plates, I'm not gonna tell you. You need to take a break, Stu. I
want Snowden tracked down, I want him abducted, and I want him silenced. This is the national security on the line. This is world security on the line. Don't you understand? International security is on the line. Signal is detected, client is connected. I can see your history, your device is infected. And it ain't no mystery, I switcherooed your USB and you put it in your machine and I control your network. It's not superstition, through your phone I listen. Any conversation you can make is never hidden. Nothing is less sacred, photos on your phone naked. If it's on your system, I can see through the encryption. I can steal your secret tenants off of your protection. Minority reports that you might make a few offenses. Before you do that crime, I hope that you come to your senses. You should have built a better firewall instead of fences. Email surveillance, I read them and I get payments. The strangest thing about you ain't your playlist or how you play them, but how do I say this? I'm sending in the agents, cause the places that you post is so radical, it's outrageous. International security agency chasing me, two-factor authenticating me. International security agency, I got 25 to life cybercrime facing me. International security agency chasing me, two-factor authenticating me. International security agency, I got 25 to life cybercrime facing me.
USA, NSA, UN, this is about to be a PSA. One time for the gang, now with my preamble out the way. I'm just here to state, INSA got new protocols that's on the way. So listen close, this is how our conglomerate is up there in the way that we operate. And in my humble, correct opinion, it's pretty great. We packaging up your dusty equipment and playing and packaging for algorithms. Nanobots in every faucet and all electrical boxes on your blocks. Mandatory captures at every entrance. Yeah, we've been adding a lot. These criminals are alive and online. They're coming for your kids. They may even want you to die. So a word to the wise, spare your life, fall in line. We're introducing secure media. Visit the site and sign right on the dotted line. Safety is what we provide. You pay us and we protect you from the beast that's inside. We 2 steps ahead of the monsters that's under your bed. Little peeping times while you with Starbucks with your friends. Now let me read off the specs. 100 trillion factors of fiber optic authorization. State of the art. Cybercrime databases. Supreme simplicity. Occam's razor. Too many teraflops and blah blah. GTX 980. A lot of horses on the carrots with vitamins and minerals. Your defense is supercharged against the infidels. Potential infinite capability. Unlimited. Sky's the limit. Bitch, criminals hear this presentation and wince this. Got public opinion in my favor. And bitch, I'm getting rich. Everything I just mentioned, I invented it.
International security agency chasing me. 2-factor authenticating me. International security agency. I got 25 to life. Cybercrime facing me. International security agency chasing me. 2-factor authenticating me. International security agency. I got 25 to life. Cybercrime facing me.
Rick Leggett, who is the head of the NSA task force on Edward Snowden, told 60 Minutes that it was, quote, worth having a conversation about granting Edward Snowden amnesty.
Welcome to the Milo Experience.
I think some people are too broken to take a break, man. They're like me. Maybe I'm too broken. I can't take no more breaks because if I do, I'm gonna shatter. I got a broken energizer. If I can't relax when I take a break anyway, so there's no point in me doing it. Like I try as hard as I can just to relax and sit down. And I break up the day, break up the momentum, but I've got all this inertia, dude. I'm just steamrolling. I'm just bulldozing. I'm just like gathering. I'm like a rolling snowball turning into an Indiana Jones style boulder as it cascades down a snow-topped mountain. You know what I mean? I'm always building up, getting bigger and badder and more weight and more speed, more girth. You know what I mean? So like some people want to ask me how girthy I am. I say, just look at my snowball, bruh. Look how I'm bowling right now. I'll be bowling harder than the wolf of fucking Wall Street or the wolf of the murderer at Wolf Creek. I'll be bowling. Bowlers don't take breaks, man. That's all there is to it. If you're a bowler, you got to flash that cash. You're a big spender, high roller like a big ass snowball. You don't take no breaks, dude. That's why I'll be always just on that perpetual fucking motion tip. You know what I mean? I'm just always moving. I'm always gaining. I'm always on the way up. You know, it's just who I am. It's just who I am. I can't help it. I wish I could break down, but I'm always stacking up. I'm always stacking it up. Stacking up my cash. Stacking up my credits. I'm stacking up my blocks, bro, and I'm stacking up my mattress. You know what I mean? So what would you do if you had your ideal break? What would you do? Would you have would you break fast? Maybe you've been fasting for so long, and then you're gonna break the fast by eating some mad, delectable meal. You've been saving up all week, like doing one meal a day or whatever for Monday to Friday, and then Saturday rolls around and suddenly you're into the ice cream and steaks and fucking pizza and the spaghetti and all that cake, donuts, you know what I mean? Candy, chocolate, caramel, cheese. That's one way to. That's a good way to take a break. I think break the fast, man. That's a really good break to take. It's rewarding. It's fasting is healthy, and food is delicious. People got to treat food like a reward, man. That's how I treat it, and that's why I was thinking today, like people talking about buying KFC food, man. KFC, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken. First of all, I think KFC sucks. Most fast food is shit. And has been shitty for years. I used to love fast food as a kid, right? Don't get me wrong. When we were all kids, wasn't it fun to go down and get a pizza, or get a burger, some chips, Happy Meal, whatever the fuck? Good times for children, right? Good times for children. But it becomes a time when you got to break the cycle. You got to break out of that fucking nasty habit, man. You got to break the habit, you know what I mean? I think at least since the pandemic, right? At least since then, possibly or probably long before then. Like fast food, the giants that have been big since the 90s and before. I'm talking like McDonald's, Domino's, Hungry Jack's, Burger King, Kentucky Fried Chicken, all those places, man. You know, they're just fucking such a ripoff, dude. These days you're paying restaurant prices for like shitty ass fucking slop, dude. Worst shit in the world. I can't imagine worse food. I feel like I'm getting duped every single time I go to fucking, well, you know, I the last time I went to Hungry Jack's, I felt like I got ripped off so bad, that was it. I mean, I barely go to these places once a year, man. I've been holding steadfast, man. I'm holding the line, dude. I'm not breaking the front line, bro. I'm fucking there standing my ground, dude. I'm fucking marching against fast food. Cause yeah, I do like most of the time, man. Like fucking 90% of the time, I do one meal a day. I don't eat until I get home from work. You know, home from work, and I treat my food like a reward, man. Reward for fasting, reward for hard work. I find that when I'm hungry, I work harder. I'm more focused and I'm less lethargic. I'm more energetic. You know what I mean? Fasting is good, bruh. It's better to stay lean, mean, treat 'em keen. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't reward yourself with some shitty fucking fast food shit. I mean, fast food's good if you get like local fast food. Go to your local diner, man, your local burger spot. Those places are way better, bruh. You get like these, like it's all the rage right now. Food carts, man, food carts. You spend like fucking $15-$18, you get the best fucking burger you've ever seen, and that one burger will keep you full longer than fucking $25 worth of KFC, you know what I mean? And like KFC is such a fucking a rort, bruh. It's a scam, because that chicken ain't fried, dude. It's not fried. It's like warmed up in hot oil or something. But I ain't ever had no crispy fried chicken from KFC. All I have is like a wet sponge. The chicken you get from KFC is like a sponge. It's been warmed up in lukewarm oil, but not actually properly fried, dude. The skin just sloppy, peeling off. The flesh underneath is slimy and dog shit. It's so crap, man. And then what? So you pay like $15, $18, $20 for your large meal. You get a side of fucking watered down soda, which is just full of sugar and water and like a little bit of flavor. It's flat, probably lost half its carbonation. It's just shit. And then on top of that, you got these, again, fried potatoes, you know, like French fries. Yeah, right. Soggy fucking carbs just absorbed all the oil. Disgusting, man. Shit. Stop buying fast food. Take a break. Take a Kit Kat instead. Take a break from the fast food, man. Break the habit, bro. Break it down. Break it up. Break it into pieces. Yeah, I'm really interested in food. I think that I'm more interested in, I don't know if it's a matter of me being super interested in food or if I'm just a really nosy bastard, but I like to know what people are eating. I like to know how they prefer to have it, how they like it served, how they like it prepared. You know, I like talking about food, looking at food, eating food. But then again, so do a lot of people, but I just don't think they like it as much as I do, man. You know what I mean? Because if I don't eat food, I'll die. Some people I guess that's true for all the people, but you know, I feel like especially if I don't eat food, I'll die. But like, I've got a better resistance because I don't eat food all day, every day. I only eat it at the end of the day. Like I said, it's a reward, man. You got to reward yourself with something better than shitty ass KFC, bruh. Go down to a restaurant, go down to a food cart. Do anything you can in your power to get some decent fucking food into your body and nourish that bitch, you know what I mean? Get the fats and the oils, just don't get them from KFC, man. Have you ever had a breakdown in communication? You know, sometimes you think that you're totally speaking English against some person that you're having conversation with, and you think that you're really seeing eye to eye and like they're really hearing you, and then they respond with something that's so outlandish and unhinged that you just wonder if you were even like speaking the same language or if you're from the same species, or like, you know. That's one type of breakdown in communication. The other type is like a technological breakdown. You try to use your phone, but there's no data, there's no signal, whatever. You're out in the wilderness, or you're on a plane, or fucking your service provider, whoever that may be, Telstra, Vodafone, Optus, Boost Mobile, motherfucking Virgin, you know, all those people, all those people that provide services, maybe they got a blackout, maybe they got some kind of fucking problem, maybe they've updated the software in their servers and it's fucked up the entire nation, or maybe a hacker hacked in and exposed all the data and now they've turned the machines off to prevent further malicious activity from happening, you know what I mean? And then you can't text anyone, and you can't fucking watch your YouTube videos, and you can't like stuff on Instagram or make your tweets, man, or read your 4chan or Reddit, you know what I mean, or go on to Facebook. You can't do any of that. Can't even call up old dear mum or grandma or whatever and ask how they're doing, because landlines don't exist anymore, and you certainly don't have one in your house anyway. You know what I mean? It's all about that mobile service, bruh. All about the mobile data provider. Roaming data, diamond encrusted jeweled fucking data, so expensive overseas. What a load of bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to break down the wall, man. Break down the wall like they did in Berlin or whatever. Side A and side B. We've got to break down the walls between us. We've got to break down all of our resistances and all of the walls that we've put up to fucking keep people out. We've got to let people in. We've got to let in the full spectrum of emotions and interactions, you know what I mean? Otherwise, we're just living on a small little slice, a small little slither of reality. We're trying to curate our fucking interactions in our life too much, man, and they become fucking sterile, bro. It's all sterile. Like a instrument in a fucking surgery, open heart surgery doctor place where they sterilize the instruments like a scalpel, fully sterilized, or like a criminal that's been chemically castrated or whatever. They call that being sterilized too, right? Yeah. Or sometimes you got to put the disinfectant into your veins to sterilize yourself from the COVID-19 vaccine. You know what I mean? I mean, virus. Oh, who cares? They're probably both as bad as each other anyway. I'm injecting some kind of fluid into my veins to counteract the COVID-19 and the vaccine. You know what I mean? I don't want none of that shit inside my body. I'll go with the disinfectant, please. I'm gonna spray morphine directly into my lungs and get all the bugs out of it. You know what I mean? Because I got a lot of bugs in my system, just like a computer. I've got like glitches. I got little problems. I got little niggling things that fucking shouldn't be right. And no matter how much meditation I do, no matter how many times I walk around my mental library, filing things and opening up cabinets and looking into the boxes and going, oh, what's that? I don't remember putting that here. Or like rummaging around the fucking files to find something that I am sure that I stored in this specific location, only to find that it's not there anymore. You know. Those are all the types of bugs that I got to defragment my system, man. I got to defragment my PC, my brain PC. Because all these files be getting cast about all willy-nilly, right? And I can't never find nothing because of all the glitches in my filing system and fucking whatever, man. By the way, speaking of glitches, like I'm nearly over my sickness, man. It's been like 3+ weeks, man. I'm entering the 4th week, but I don't know if you can tell from my voice or whatever, but like I'm way better now. I think this is going to be the last week. For real, bruh. For real, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally taking a break from this fucking sickness that I've had for like 3+ weeks. Give me a break, man. I'm trying to catch a break, bruh. So, yeah. No break for me, man. No break for the wicked. No rest for the wicked, man. I'm going to keep on steamrolling, keep on bulldozing. I'm going to keep on power walking, bruh, and power washing. I'm going to get all the dirt and grime off of these fucking pavements and off of my roof tiles. You know what I mean? Off of the cement that's been ingrown. I'm getting all that caked up shit, all the filth that's ingrained and slathered up in my fucking environmental spaces. Gotta get them all squeaky clean, man. So no breaks. No breaks for me. We're going to keep on powering on, man. We're going to keep on powering on. You and me together. We're going to march into the future step by step. Arms interlocked. You know, we're going to stride our way beyond our wildest imaginations and into a new paradise where we can all live, breathe, and take breaks to our heart's desires. But we're not stopping until then. No breaks for the wicked. No breaks until we reach the end. You know what I mean? We're not going to take a break. We're not going down like the Titanic. We're not going to break the hull. We're not going to break new ground. We're not doing none of that shit, bro. We ain't going to muffin break either. We ain't stopping nowhere. I'm not letting you do that shit, bro. I'm not letting you ruin all of the mad effort that you've put into this, all of the fucking hard days work, consecutive fucking chains of just infinite fucking awesome overcoming power, all of that efficiency, all of that productivity. You can't let it go to waste, man. There's no breaks, all right? No break for me, no break for you, okay? Good. So on that note, I'd like to thank everybody that tuned into this episode. No breaks, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into we're gonna move on into the next week with our new level head and unbroken spirits, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't taking no breaks, bruh. As much as we might wish to, it ain't happening, man. So without further ado, I'd like to thank you very much for listening to episode number 22 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong. And I'll let you have a little break until next week, all right? But not me, because I'll be back here this time next week doing the same fucking shit, wasting everybody's time. Anybody who cares to listen to this bullshit, thank you very much. Remember to hit like on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, leave a comment down on YouTube, maybe do it in your lunch break, right? If you're on Spotify, shout out to Spotify gang, make sure you follow the podcast on Spotify, share it with your friends, do all that nice cool stuff, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong.